Yeah, but before all that, some big...
Keep right across all the latest information as it happens on our dedicated Transfer Centre blog. Just scan the QR code on the screen right now.
Let's get to Manchester United now, and the news broke club. Let's talk about that. Flex, welcome news to Manchester United fans, that one?
It's an exciting time at Manchester United in terms of the ownership changing. It's a weird situation because at the end of the day, the Glazers have been there for so long and there's been loads of protests towards the Glazers, and it's almost like Manchester United fans have wanted this process to start for a very long time. But once the process starts and people start raising their hand and sort of the bidding war begins, it's like, OK, let's get these people vetted. What are their intentions for the club? Sir Jim Ratcliffe obviously is Britain's Britain's richest man. You know, Ineos have huge revenues, but he's a Manchester United fan. That is very warming. That's very nice to know. But at the end of the day, on a personal, this is a business decision. You know, anybody who comes into the club is parting with an awful lot of money, and that comes with, you know, they want awful lot of guarantees back. So the fact that he's a fan, I think, is good. I think that would suggest that he's going to align with what the fans want, align with what the fans have been missing from the Glazers. But in my opinion, I think it would be naive to just sort of jump in and automatically think that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is definitely the right option. I think what is more significant, guys, is the fact that actually now the process has well and truly started, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the first serious person to say, we have entered this race to buy Manchester United. That in itself is massive.
Rival fans will use it as maybe against Manchester United, his involvement or the fact he's been vocal about other sporting teams, you know, the football teams as well. However, that's got to be a positive for Manchester United fans, knowing that he's been involved in sports before and he understands the business. Yeah,
I think it's one of those things, isn't it? It's 50-50. If you've been involved in sports and it hasn't gone very well and you have a terrible track record, then you would say, actually, maybe that isn't such a good thing. I think he's done OK at Nice to varying degree, albeit a completely different proposition. I think the fact that he does support the club is good, like I said, but the fact that you look at Nice and they're a much smaller club than Manchester United. It doesn't necessarily transfer into if you do a good job or bad job at Nice, then you're definitely going to do a good job or bad job at Manchester United. I just think the main thing that Manchester United need to get right is the fact that Manchester United fans have wanted the Glazers to come away from the club for so long. We can't mess this up. You can't just go for the first person who puts up the money. You can't just go for the person who you think is going to be the best suited just because they support the club. It's got to be a thorough process, whatever their background is, however much money they are able to put to the table. You look at what the Americans done, look at what Todd Bowley's doing at Chelsea. Manchester United fans can look at that and say, when it gets to the summer, I know we're looking at Chelsea's strategy and might not agree with it, but that sort of money and that sort of spending, let's have some of that. The training ground, the infrastructure of the youth team, the women's team, the infrastructure around Old Trafford and the generic area. Look what Manchester City have done. It's unbelievable what they've done just for the whole area of East Manchester. So I think these are all things that need to be taken into consideration.
Manchester United are shaking the football world, once again after completing the signing of a sensational Brazilian playmaker who could completely transform the future of Old Trafford. Fans across the globe are already losing their minds as excitement explodes around the club's newest attacking superstar. Under Michael Carrick's bold tactical vision, United are building a faster, more fearless, and aggressive, attacking team, and this explosive Brazilian talent may be the perfect missing piece. Known for incredible pace, elite dribbling, creativity, strength, and clinical finishing, the new signing brings unpredictability and flair that Manchester United supporters have desperately wanted for years. Social media is already flooded with comparisons to some of the club's greatest attacking players ever. Can he handle the pressure of the Premier League? Will he become the new face of Manchester United's revival? One thing is certain, all eyes are now on Old Trafford as football fans everywhere wait to witness the rise of United's newest superstar. This could be the beginning of a brand new era for Manchester United and their worldwide fanbase. The excitement is real and the football world is watching closely.